as their Ravens will match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Raiders have got him. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And so Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14.
It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Jackson.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. Tucker's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 23. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 22-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Ravens 3, Raiders nothing.
Second and 11 now. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
First down.
Carr completes it and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Throwing on first down is Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
He was looking for his... Tight end Mark Andrews there, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 21-yard line.
Throwing again, Jackson. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it, and he is out of bounds right around the 34. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Corey Littleton came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
They'll take over first.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
For the point after.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Jackson will throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram there to make the grab. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And out of the backfield gets in for the score. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off here the 32. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Over 1st and 10.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. This throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, Las Vegas.
Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Raiders.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Raiders have retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
On the keeper.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 8 coming up. Again, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it.
And the Raiders have got him. Nick Kwiatkowski able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
On 1st down, Carr. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On second down and 4, Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Las Vegas.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. On the draw, Richard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he goes out right around the 39. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the move to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Their own 6-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Throwing now is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. The 40, the 20,
Sometimes today,
10,
baby.
and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Now Carr. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Raiders 26, Ravens 11.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They go play action now. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
For Marquise Brown, incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more, eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final score.
So this one a victory for the Raiders.
11.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.